Hey guys, Tim here from Mastering. Hope you're having a very great day. All entry-level mastering engineers need to train their ears and get to know how to set release and attack parameters on their mastering compressors relative to a mix BPM. So in this video, I'm giving you this great technique. Before we start, please remember, if you have a mix that you need mastered, request a quote at BSMastering.com and receive 50% of your first order. I would also very much appreciate, guys, if you subscribe and hit the notification bell to support my channel. And now, let's get to the video. BPM matching is more about the release than attack, although both parameters interact. The following may help to train your ears. First, take any typical 4-on-the-floor pop, house or EDM mix. Secondly, divide 60,000 by your mix BPM. Why 60,000? Because there are 60,000 milliseconds in 1 minute. For example, if BPM of the mix is 125, then 60,000 divided by 125 would be 480 milliseconds in duration for quarter notes, which are kick drums, every other snare, 240 milliseconds in duration for eighth notes, hi-hats, 120 milliseconds in duration for 16th notes, closed hats, and 60 milliseconds in duration for 32nd notes. Now let's take a listen track with 125 BPM and 4-on-the-floor groove, guitars, claps, synth fills and percussion. Next, set your attack and release to lowest setting. Then lower your threshold until you see significant gain reduction. -12 dB is a good starting place. Set a hard knee if the option is present. Further, slowly raise your attack from its lowest value to 60 milliseconds. You should hear the transient of the kick start to get louder and louder relative to the rest of the signal. Since the first milliseconds, the value of the attack of the kick does not get compressed. Now for the BPM-related release. Using the millisecond-to-note relationships explained, try setting your release at just under a quarter or just under eighth note. You should start to hear the mix pump as a result of your release setting. This is because the release dictates when the compressor releases the volume back to normal. Once you have an attack and release that fits the groove you want to obtain, raise the threshold until your gain reduction is anywhere from -1 to -3 dB. Then level match your signal using the makeup gain so that your compressed signal is identical in perceived volume to your dry signal. The idea here is to make the compression more transparent, so it's more felt than heard. Finally, go grab a drink, then come back and AB original and compressed versions. Unless you are seeking an obvious effect, the difference should be subtle, but the groove should feel a bit flat when you disable compression. Do this on all sorts of material, and you should start to develop an ear for release and attack settings relative to BPM.